But yeah, point of no return here. Let's get it. Okay, just got a little sidetracked onto a side quest. Can't see shit out of here, can you? Alright, so I've been fiddling with this thing for a while now. Real happy with that. Might pump another can in there and see how it does. Yeah, I love it. So before that thing gets all the way up there. Okay, finally got this thing right where I want it. Shouldn't do any flopping around either. I see guys, and we're getting some cold air. Super Jakes would be sick. All right, so today I'm gonna try to knock out the Visor mod on the Freightliner. That's the OEM visor flipped upside down, and then right now I just kind of have it partially mounted. I'm gonna have to modify those brackets under there to get the angle how I want it and the height adjusted, but it'll be something about like that, just not so vertical up and down. It'll have a little tilt to it. But yeah, it's supposed to be like 90 degrees out today. So before that thing gets all the way up there, hopefully I can make some moves on this. And then I also got a hitch set up that I'm gonna weld on the back of this thing, but that's gonna be a whole project on its own. Right now it fits one car in the back, but I'd like to be able to pull a trailer with it too in case I want to take a couple more cars, or the homies are trying to go to the same event. I could drag my 2-car trailer or the other enclosed, whatever works really. But yeah, I got to get a setup back there. I'm putting a pretty heavy duty one. I'm going to do a 3-inch receiver back there. So if I want to, eventually I could pull a stacker or something with it, as if I could ever afford that, but you never know. All right, so I've been fiddling with this thing for a while now, and I'm gonna have to trim these brackets up here down to get the angle I want, and still be able to attach the corners to the cab over here. So I'm gonna chop those down little by little until I can get it to where not only does it bolt to those brackets, but also kind of rests on it for extra support. So like rests at the angle, I mean, so then I shouldn't have to worry about a lot of heavy wind days knocking anything out of adjustment. But yeah, I got the windshield protected with some cardboard, so I'm not slinging sparks at it. But yeah, point of no return here. Let's get it. Okay, so I've been cutting, drilling, cutting a little more, drilling, trying to get these at the right angle. Just how I like it. But I've been up and down standing on this motor, I feel like 100 times already this morning. But I think we're getting pretty close. Gonna chop a little bit more, re-drill again. Hopefully that'll be the final time. And then this thing hopefully will be sitting right. I'm gonna have to re-drill into the cab corner and put a, I don't know if I'm gonna put a cert in there or what I'm gonna do yet. Probably a rib nut maybe. Seal it up with a rib nut, some silicone. Can't see shit out of here, can you? Okay, finally got this thing right where I want it. It is pretty much 90% mounted, and still got plenty of visibility. It's super hot out here. It's not even lunchtime yet, but pretty stoked. Didn't even bust out a tape measure, and this thing is sitting right in the corner there, snug. Just need to fasten these corners down, and this thing is not gonna go anywhere. Shouldn't do any flopping around either. I see guys post about how their visor vibrates like crazy when they're going highway speeds, but I left there's a bracket right here, and I have this pretty solidly mounted to where it's snug against that bracket, and be mounted up on the top brackets there, 2 on each side. So this thing is not gonna vibrate at all. Pretty stoked. Just need to decide on how I'm gonna fasten those corners down. Probably just gonna have to drill and riv nut it, but other than that, this thing is finished up. I'm stoked. I raised it up a little bit, and I'm feeling a little bit better about that. It was super aggressively mounted, and the way the steering wheel is mounted on this thing, pretty old school style. When you sit low, when you drop the seat down, that thing's still way up in the air, so you can only go about so low before you can't see over the steering wheel. I don't know if there's like an upgrade to put like an adjustable column in these things or not. I guess if you know much about old FLCs or easy upgrades from another truck like a Pete or something, let me know, because I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm still learning pretty much, and I don't know anything yet, so fill me in if you got any good info on the column upgrades. Also, highly doubt anybody has 3406B Jakes sitting around, but I'd love to get a set to put in this truck. It's got a brake saver now, but I really want to rice out and get those nasty loud Jakes. Super Jakes would be sick, but those are pretty much unobtainium anymore. But even some OEM B model Jakes would be pretty cool. But yeah, sick. Real happy with that. I love this thing. Okay, just got a little sidetracked onto a side quest. This thing actually had a little bit of pressure in it still, so that gives me hope that it's not leaky. And we're getting some cold air. Just put 1 can into it, and it says it's midway full. I feel like it'd blow a little colder than what it's blowing, but the compressor is kicking on. So that's a start. Pretty stoked about it. Little bonus though, if the AC does stop working, got the old school corner windows that blow air straight into you, which is sick. So pretty effective if you don't have AC, as long as you're moving. Right now, we're definitely getting colder air than ambient, so I might pump another can in there and see how it does. Alright, it's all mounted and finished up. Final look with the hood closed. Looks perfect to me. I'm stoked. Yeah, I love it.
Say it's just right, still old school. It is the OEM visor, just flipped upside down and remounted, so I guess it is old school. 1988, last year of the FLC. I think they ran this body style, I don't know, like 20 years, maybe 15, I don't really know. Yeah, I love it.